Hello, it's the second Sunday coffee morning. Maybe it's a coffee morning. Just a little half hour. I'm going to try and do half an hour every Sunday at about 10 o'clock and just have it as a little blog to sort of see how the week's gone at Bad Squiddo, have a little cup of tea or coffee or soft drink before the next gruelling week begins. And yeah, just to sort of check in, see how everyone's doing. There's the chat bit there, if you're watching live, you can interact, come say hello when you come in, all that sort of stuff. Hi Tim. Today I have a Super Mario mug on the go, a heat one as well, from a family secret Santa, so I don't even know who got me it. But yes, good morning. I totally just remembered 15 minutes ago that I was going to do it, so I've just run and got the tea on, got dressed. So, there's 9 people. Good morning, come say hello. Morning, Luke Sims. I went to bring out your lead yesterday at Foundry. I don't know how many people know about that. It was the first time I've been. That was really good. I'll talk about that in a moment. Just wait for more people to join. It's absolutely melting again. There'll be ones in a few months where I've got all my jumper and hat on as well. Yeah, so the happenings at Bad Squiddo this week, been quite boring really, getting restocks in. I've got an update on the next wave of terrain, so that shouldn't be too long. So that will be, I can't make promises because I'm not the caster, but not too long actually, till there's lots more of the new terrain. Some of it's the what used to be Bristol's Extraordinary Market, and some of it you have not seen. It is brand new. Hello Richard Lambert and Jan. Nice to see you. Does everyone have a suitable beverage with them this morning? So yes, new resins coming. There are new metals coming as well. There's some totally unexpected, as a pack of, you go, oh, I wasn't expecting you to do that, Annie, sort of thing coming out. They're painted. So the paint has been waiting for the right humidity to dull coat everything so it doesn't mist the entire stuff he's just been working on. So those will be available soon, and they were super nice. Got a bonus on a Begeisha. Morning Richard. A bonus on a Begeisha pack. They're not bonus, they're just sort of, again, out of the blue, because they have all those sort of big waves of release and then sort of the odd pack all out and about. I should be receiving the Mastercast for the latest Homefront stuff in the week, so that will be exciting. The ID telescope, not the Bofors, that's got a bit more work on it, and it's going to be a bit of a beastly project, but a good beastly project. I got, good morning Timothy. Somebody sent me these in the post, and I don't know who sent them, but they are the best. It was just an anonymous envelope with guinea pig socks, so I'm up for that. That's awesome. I like getting random guinea pig presents and people seeing guinea pigs and thinking of me. So that's cool. So yeah, I went to bring out your lead at Foundry yesterday and was there for quite a while. So it's an old hammer celebration, so it's sort of various older miniatures, and people play sort of old edition games, and so it's, you know, sort of like early editions of Warhammer and Space Hulk and all that sort of stuff. And yeah, just like an older minis appreciation, and I really like a lot of the older minis, the sort of One Piece cast, and they're like, and so I thought I'd go to sort of check it out, see Foundry, because they're only half an hour away. I'd never been there, so have a look around. And loads of people from the past were around. That was cool. They basically have a bit of a castle, and I'm very jealous because I want a Bad Squiddo castle. So it's good, but it was also like, I want a castle. So the event was in all the outbuildings, so they've got like the shop area, and then tables in between for gaming, but then they had various celebrities doing things. So Kev Adams was there doing, if you bring in a miniature, he'll sculpt a head that you want on the miniature, which is cool. So it's, you know, you can go, can you do my face? A lot of people sort of bringing in their wife or something, or kids, and saying, I'll do that, that'd be a good present. So that was nice. That's all a charity thing. Tony Yates was doing sketches on demand. That was cool. He's a bit of a beast watching him go. He can do those pretty damn quickly. He's obviously done that plenty of times. So that was cool. Just sort of seeing people in their natural environment was cool. What else was there? So mostly hung around. I'll put some more pictures up. I put a couple of pictures up on social media. But yeah, Kev White and Paul Mullett and Tim Prow kind of had some beers with. That was good. There was a dude in a Bad Squiddo t-shirt, which made my day, so that was cool. And my Rocket Bun t-shirts, I need to get more of those done. That's ace. What else? There was the good corner of the ancient ones. I've only put it on my Facebook so far. I'll check it around. So there's a sort of reserved corner for the super old hammer. Sort of, we have John Blanche, Brian Ansell, and Tony Ackland mostly, and then sort of a few comers and goers. But they were sort of positioned on their little thrones in the corner for the day, to sort of go over and pay respects before getting things signed, and there was little interviews happening. And I think some of them had their sort of portfolios, does that sound right? Just some examples of this stuff, so you could flick through, see a lot of like older sketches and things that never made it commercially, but yeah, back behind the scenes-y things. There was a dude with Space Hulk first edition, and I'm going to put the pictures. They were painted lovely as well. And it's that whole seeing people really infused by anything. So I've never played Space Hulk, but yeah, this guy had made this. It was awesome. It looked really cool, and brought it over from France. That was quite a feat as well. And he'd put them on clear bases that I don't normally like, but he'd done it so perfectly, because you know they frost around the feet. They'd managed to do it so they didn't frost around the feet, and it looks as they should. And obviously, yeah, you're going for all different grid areas and stuff, and I thought it looked pretty cool actually. So yeah, just little bits and bobs like that scattered around of just people showing off their nerd. So that was cool. Other parts of excitement. I met Rochi, who still is down to do my tattoo, in case anyone's thinking, oh, it's never going to happen. The big half sleeve tattoo from Ghost of Gaia 2 with Immortan Baggy and gun pigs and stuff. That was one of the stretch goals. Just haven't had a chance to get it sorted, but now I'm a bit nearer. And it was nice to meet him beforehand anyway, so that was ace. And he bought me a beer. Whee! What else was about? You couldn't really turn around without bumping into, holy Christ, that's such and such. And yeah, and it's a really nice that in this industry you wouldn't get that. You know, you wouldn't get that with a lot of other industries, where someone who's that sort of a legend of the land would sort of come and just hang about with fans all day and like really be passionate about it still. You know, especially when they've been doing it for God knows, like 50 years or something. And Lewis Collins. What were the points of excitement? So they had various competitions and loads of games on. I didn't play any games, I just sort of mooched about looking conspicuous. I bought some ghouls. I managed to spend some money. So I always talk about it, but not everyone knows. I have I have a self-declared largest collection of ghouls in the world. So trying to get one of every ghoul. But I also collect things that look like ghouls but aren't labelled as. So I bought a pack of, I didn't have any Foundry ones in my collection, so I got a pack of their ghouls, which I didn't realise they did. And I got a pack of their zombies, but because the zombies don't have guts out or anything like that. They're kind of like emaciated people. They fit as ghouls. So my ghoul collection has all from the super hulky mega hench ghouls to the skinny crawling around getting scraps ghouls. So I think they've got 5, so my ghoul collection's expanded by 10. There's a good one chomping. I do like the whole chomping on the leg thing. I found a bit weird when I did get criticism for my ghouls. So like, they're still just eating. They're always eating bits of people. That's what they do. Out of excitement. Anything anyone wants to know? Was really any questions and stuff? So that's a conversation rather than me just rambling. Although I'm pretty good at that now. I'm quite trained. I'll show the socks for anyone that's in the sea. Somebody sent me these. It might be one of you. I'm not sure. I just got in a little not anonymous letter, some guinea pig socks. I met Nick Ayre's wife last night, and she asked the scary question, which everyone's faces turned. She said, "Do you have any pets?" I was like, "Oh no." And he's going to begin a guinea pig monologue. And I did. I've got all these pictures of my guinea pig. I've got a few other bits for show and tell today. Also, I'm going to try and not go on for an hour this time. I have no concept of time, but I'm trying to aim for just sort of half an hour because I wanted to make a something regular rather than my sort of random sporadic moments. I did a live video, 2 little live videos yesterday with Kev, Tim and Paul, but I think the signal was really bad. I'm a bit annoyed I didn't just film it and then upload it. I'm so used to being in super signal land that we were out in the sticks, so it was a bit joddery, but there's some fun stuff on that, so if you once you're done with this, scroll down. Good morning, Bruce. Pig monologue. My speciality. Look at them all, they're really cute in this picture, in this picture, in this picture. I have more packaging has arrived. That was mostly the excitement of the week. So images, miniatures which didn't have packaging before, or the sexy packaging. You know, I have the, well, maybe you don't know. I have a painted picture of the models on each blister pack. I'm so hot in here. The rain's frying again. So some of the latest miniatures, they either hadn't been painted or I hadn't sorted the packaging out. And it's weird, so when they're not painted, the sales for things are so much smaller. It's bizarre. Once people can see just how awesome they can look. When they see metal or greens, they go, yeah. So maybe it's like it's not real, and then when it's painted, it seems real. So thanks to Jez, Alum and Ralph Plowman. They got me caught up on a bit. And M for Electric Eve M. I haven't shown you this yet. I forgot. I've got a few more I need to photograph. But she's painted up my Snow Queen baggie. That you can't quite see. There's, yeah, little twinkles on there. Oh no, Bruce is here. He's gonna rage quit working it for me at the next show if I start singing that again. But that's cool, isn't it? And that's one that the sales for him has been pretty low because no one's really seen it because it's just a bit of a black and white sculpt picture. So I can't wait to chuck that on some themed. Now I'm into my themed packaging. Put loads of lovely little snowflakes and things behind him. So I started, I made a new package for the Clara and Willow, the witches, and I've got a spooky gothic background. So I'm going to slowly redo so that, obviously the range is huge now, so I want to make chunks so you can glance at it in a shop or trade show and just see, oh, that's all the Honor Begeisha stuff, that's pink, that's all the spookies. That's all the main range isn't going to have it, but yeah, when there's chunks of things, like I wouldn't go back now and redo all of the Shield Maidens because it'd cost me a fortune, so that's not viable. But the smaller sort of ranges, I think that's cool. I saw Christian from Battlefield Berlin. He's started stocking the Shield Maidens. That's really cool. The people have come there from all over the place. It was lovely. You kind of forget how spoilt we are in the UK, but also where I am in Nottingham, it's just kind of normal to see people from various companies and eras and wargamey celebs just all over the place. Even in Tesco, you can't even go buy guinea pig vegetables without bumping into someone. And then obviously, yeah, it's not like that in other places. There's a lot of people in America, but they're all spread out. So I think there was quite a lot of people turned it into a trip. So it's quite a lot of EU folk. I have some mushrooms to show you. Which I also need to photograph. You can say things in the comments, you know, you don't have to be shy. Oops. Don't be shy. I have Partisan in a couple of weeks, so if you're at that, so want to chuck pre-orders in. I think I said in the last one that I might have a secret brand new release. Oh. There we go. Ah, they've sort of stuck to each other. There we go. So I've got some of the mushrooms. I didn't paint them. M. Durant, who painted the baggie, she's painted some of these mushrooms. I think they're great. Oh, that's a bit where I stuck. It's been on something and stuck, but luckily it's just the back of them. So there's that bit. Which end are you? That bit. So I gave her a little mushroom chart. So they're all based on proper mushrooms. Realistic mushrooms. Believable female mushrooms. And a bit more. Some more. They're just really sweet. They're just really simple. I love them. So they're sculpted by Bristol. If you saw those spiky barricades he put up a couple of days ago, I bought those as well. So the queue for my resin releases is huge. There's so much coming out, but the resin casters are busy to heck, so it's all sort of in chunks at the moment. But that is an ongoing. There's always more awesome stuff. So yep, they are sculpted by Bristol, owned by me. They're the new mushrooms. When I bought the range, there was some tiny mushrooms, but I wanted to go mushroom nuts and got, oh no, the back of it is bad. There we go. Yeah, I wanted to go mushroom nuts and get all sorts of different types and heights, and everyone does those sort of standard mushrooms, don't they? Those, hang on. Yeah, these sort of, but I wanted to just include all the wondrous mushrooms of the world. You like these little, there was a guy on here once who, I can't remember if he was in here or if he was, it was in a post, but he was a mushroom expert, and he liked the mushrooms and said that he could recognise different types of mushrooms. Yeah, I got a little chestnut mushroom, I like those ones. Yeah, so that's cool. So eventually the Bristol's bad Squiddo terrain packaging is going to have some nice pictures on it too. It's just all money, everything. So I can understand why most companies, other than the big guys, just chuck everything into blister packaging. So by having everything on there painted, I haven't got anything to hand as an example. But yeah, I get everything painted properly by a good professional person, not me. And then I've got to photograph it, order cards, and because I'm not ordering a trillion of one type of card, they're okay for the cost, but when I have a chunk of releases I think, whoa, that's quite a bit of cash. And it means that, yeah, I do have to get things painted, because then when they don't, like the latest releases, when they're not painted, they look a bit lone there. Could someone tell me what the time is? Because I don't have any access to the time. The UK time anyway, don't freak me out and say it's 3:30 or something. Is there a list of shows on your website you're attending? I cannot make it to Partisan, but I will be at Selwig. There is. There's on the header bits on badsquiddogames.com, there is an events part. It's a bit vague, to be fair. I started updating it with the actual dates. So the next ones are the other partisan, hopefully ChillCon. I need to sort some arrangements out for that because I think my current arrangements aren't working. Thanks Ian. Warfare and what's the other one? Colours Warfare. So I guess the second half of the year sort of goes a bit souther. But yeah, they're in a bit of a bundle, which is nice. Crisis, but I'm not sure what's happening with Crisis. It's still sort of up in the air for everyone with our wonderful Brexit and all that, so I don't know what's happening. Or I need to talk to the organisers. When's the holiday in York, Gil? Not too long, hopefully. I was talking about going to York with my mum and my niece, so if we do, we'll definitely see you and your small child. Any magic? What, a magic trick? Or there's always things to show. Oh, I've started building some that foreground Norse terrain because I've had it for ages and need to get it sorted. So obviously you don't see these bits; they end up getting the teddy bear fur on. But I'm so impatient. I'm terrible at MDF things because you're supposed to leave, you know, put rubber bands on, leave things for overnight, but I just want to make it all in one. So I was quite sensible actually to stop before I caved it all in. But that's part of my little backdrops that I'm going to start doing, so I can I've been taking quite a few nice pictures of the minis, as you may have seen. I've been slowly filtering them out onto the social medias. What other exciting news do I have? The week's gone very fast, for sure. Guinea pigs are still squeepy. That's pretty... In a world of confusion and turmoil, you can be sure that the guinea taxes will always be a thing. Death and taxes are certain, and guinea pigs will be squeeping. That's the third certainty. Very squeepy. I'm having today off as well. I started having weekends off. Well, this is technically work, but it's not really. So I will be outside exploring, seeing what's outside. Seeing as I mostly go from home to office to home to office. So it was lovely to see people at Foundry yesterday and be in that sort of... I talked loads about Bad Squiddo, but still not in that stressful, worky sort of mind frame, you know, like at trade shows when I'm trying to have a little chat, but then unfortunately I do have to go off and serve someone else, and it's always a struggle because I need to make money to serve people, but I really like that conversation. So it's nice to be able to hang around. That was lovely. And had my new Pegasus t-shirt on, which has actually worked because where I get my shirts from, they did a bad batch and it put me off. It wasn't a batch that went out to anyone, but it put me off, and I ordered one Pegasus shirt for myself as a tester. And it's lovely, so I might do a little pre-order for a few more t-shirts again, especially after seeing that dude in my Bomb Buddy t-shirt. That was really nice. Best trick I find, says Jean, with limited attention span is to work multiple projects. Yeah, I was talking to someone else who was saying stuff like those. MDF, if you got a whole load of them on the go at once, then you can just sort of go around them rather than focus on that one. But I've got two at the moment, so I should start the other. They're getting a mess. I've been deciding to make them on my sofa rather than this desk. So sofa sort of, oh no, sort of leaning the glue pot on my knee and trying to... been watching that NARM programs and watching my NARM and spilling this stuff everywhere and getting into a little bit of a mess when I know I should use a desk or a tray, but that's hobby. When are the new Bofors crew due, Annie? Well, end of the year-ish or something. I was saying about, what's it? Rain, melting. Yes, the resin backlog is pretty huge because there's all the terrain, so I re-released that Ristles chunk, but that was a part of it. That wasn't Ristles stuff coming back, that was a little dip dip of it coming back because I can't afford to get the whole lot. Each mould costs a lot of money, and then there's casting obviously. So they're coming out in waves. So the wave 2 is sort of Jewish now. Jewish, not Jewish, but I haven't got a range of Jewish things. What was it? Rain. Yes, wave 2 is due to land, but then there's sort of like wave 3, 4 and 5 all backed up. I also need to get baggies back into production because all those are out from when I switched casters. And the Cappy Cannon, which I get asked about pretty much daily, I want to get that back into production. My busts are out of production. So there's that sort of catch up. I want to get a new baggy miniature made too. And the Bofors is going to go in this, I'm pretty sure so far that the gun's going to be in resin. And I think the people on the gun, that block, is going to be resin. And then the crew are going to be, what's it? Yeah, the crew are going to be in metal, I think, but I'm going to wait till I've got it all ready to go and have a little chat with the caster because we're not quite sure yet. There's both of us just by my workshop trying out for a diorama version. Excellent, yes, because you need to buy it, the whole lot. There's also, Rob is working on a little extra piece with a little diorama. I won't say too much. No, my luck, someone else will go, that's a good idea, and go release it before me. But yeah, a little diorama piece to add on to it, because, you know, I obviously like little dioramas. Bruce says, new t-shirts for staff. Possibly. Maybe I'll get some Pegasus merch in time for the little shows. Bruce, I believe, is doing colours for a day. No, colours and warfare for a day. Colours for the whole thing. Right, unless there's anything else, I will continue with my exploring of the outside and let you back to your hobby or family fun days or whatever you have planned. Give you a minute or so if anyone's like, oh, I really wanted to find out, blah. But it doesn't help that there's a bit of lag as well, so I think, oh, no one said anything. And then I close it and then the messages come up. I'm like, oh crap. Okay, Volsh, you've appeared just as I'm about to leave. But anyone who comes to this late, it is, as soon as I've finished clicking it, it'll be back for rewatching. And yeah, I want to keep them to about half an hour because I can ramble on forever. So I shall go. Thanks again, whatever mystery person has sent me these socks in the post. I can't wear them yet, it's far too hot. Rightio, goodbye. Thank you all for coming along and have fun. Bye!